My name's Kelsey, and I'm a yoga instructor at Lutz Yoga and Massage. I'm really excited to share this gentle class with you today that's appropriate for all levels. All you'll need is a chair and a yoga mat. If you don't have a chair, you can do this first part of the class just seated on the ground comfortably. So if you need to pause the video to go grab your chair and your mat and get yourself set up, you can do so now, and I'll meet you back here in a comfortable seat. So first we're going to start by getting comfortable in the space that we're in. So on your chair, go ahead and place your feet flat on the mat. Stack the ankles underneath the knees. Relax the hands on tops of the legs. And just bring the shoulders stacked above the hips. Start to lengthen through the spine here, reaching the crown of the head towards the sky. And again, if you don't have a chair and you're seated on the ground, you can do all of these steps besides placing your feet flat on the mat. And just close the eyes and start to bring awareness to your breath. We're going to practice 2 breathing techniques today. Breathing techniques are used to help you calm the mind, bring you into the moment, and they're really beneficial for relieving stress and helping you to just feel centered. So our first breathing technique today is called the 3-part breath. The 3 parts of this breath, our first focus is on pulling the breath into the low belly. So we're going to do that for 2 breaths, just focusing on bringing the breath into the low belly and exhaling it completely from the low belly. So inhale, you can even use your hand and place it on the low belly so that you can feel the lift and the lower with each breath. So inhale and exhale. Draw the belly button towards the spine on the exhale. One more time. Now the second part of our 3-part breath is pulling that breath up into the chest. So you'll take a deep breath in, filling the low belly, and then feel that breath rise up to the chest. And on your exhale, you'll release the breath from the chest, from the belly, and one more time. Belly, chest, and exhale from the chest and the belly. Nice job. Now for the last part of the breath, you're going to bring it through the belly, the chest, and then the shoulders. So inhale, fill the low belly, fill the chest, feel the shoulders rise, and then on your exhale, release from the shoulders, chest, belly. So we're going to do that 2 more times. Complete breaths. Inhale, fill the low belly, then the chest, then the shoulders. And exhale, release from the shoulders, and the chest, and the belly. One more time. And release the breath. If you had your hand on the belly, go ahead and relax it back down onto the hands. Come back to your nice long spine and just a normal breath. Go ahead and flutter the eyes open. And now we're going to do a breathing technique called coherent breathing. And this is simply just inhaling to a count of 4 or 5 and exhaling to a count of 4 or 5. So we'll start with 4 for 2 breaths, and then we'll increase it to 5. So go ahead and close the eyes again, and inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. And the last time, we'll inhale to a count of 5 and exhale to a count of 5. Here we go. Close the eyes, breathe in through the nose. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhale. And exhale. And then release the breath. Flutter the eyes slowly open. And now you're set with your 2 breathing techniques for the practice today. I also like to start my classes setting an intention. So this is basically like a mantra to keep coming back to during the practice. I like to say, I am calm, I am peaceful, I am strong. Really whatever speaks to you as a personal mantra for your practice. Why did you come to the mat today? What do you need for yourself to take care of yourself today? So I'll remind you throughout the practice to come back to a breathing technique. Maybe you could pick which one you liked best today. And then also coming back to that mantra or that intention for your practice today. All of these, the breathing techniques, the mantras, the asanas, the physical motions that we'll do today, they're all serve the same purpose. And it's basically to bring us into the body, into the moment, helping us to cultivate acceptance and awareness, while also relieving stress and giving us an overall sense of well-being. So we're going to start the practice today by bringing the arms out to the side and just let the arms kind of hang heavy. Stack the shoulders above the hips, engage the low belly here, and we're going to inhale the arms up overhead. Let the palms come to touch, and then on your exhale, you're just going to bring your hands through heart center. On that same exhale, you're going to release the arms back down, and then inhale them back up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Release. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. We're always focusing on movement with breath. So we're inhaling the arms up and exhaling hands to heart center, and then release. So this time, we're going to bring a little more effort into this movement. So on the inhale, I want you to spread the fingertips wide so that you're really feeling the fingers stretch as you inhale the arms up. This time when the palms come to touch, push into the palms so that you're kind of activating some muscles here. And then bring your hands through heart center. So we've got 3 more times. Spread the fingertips wide, inhale the arms up, push into the palms, engage those muscles, bring your hands to heart center. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Release. And exhale. Now we're going to release the hands down to the tops of the legs again. I want you to kind of grip onto the knees here. We're going to do a seated cat-cow, which is basically warming up the spine. So on the inhale, you're going to pull on the knees a little bit and just pull the heart forward. Maybe take the gaze up. Now as you exhale, keeping that grip on the knees, go ahead and round through the back. If you need to scoot yourself up on your seat a little bit so you can round more, go ahead and do that. So we're going to move through this 3 times. Again, moving with your breath. Inhale, lift the chest, take the gaze up. Exhale, round through the back, draw the belly button to the spine. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Now from here, we're gonna open the arms wide out to the side, spread those fingertips again, reach as far as you can on both directions. And then on the exhale, we're gonna cross the right arm over the left, grab onto the shoulders, give yourself a big hug for the day. Relax the elbows down, and then maybe drop the chin towards the chest. And on your inhale, open the arms wide again. This time we'll cross the left arm over the right. Give yourself another big hug. Relax the elbows, chin towards the chest. And inhale, open the arms wide, and just let them slowly and gently relax down. Fingertips pointing towards the ground. Now from here, we're going to inhale the arms up overhead, leave the palms to face, and relax your shoulders. And we're just going to hold the arms up here. Start to notice sensation. Notice sensation through the arms. And then start to notice the thoughts in the mind. So maybe the arms start to get a little bit tired, but we just focus on our breath. So now's the time you can come back to one of your breathing techniques. So which one felt the best to you? The 3-part breath? Maybe the coherent breath? Go ahead and close the eyes and focus on that breath. We're breathing through sensation. We know in life we're faced with a little bit of discomfort and sometimes difficulties. Sitting through uncomfortable moments and learning how to breathe through them. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Now, on your next exhale, you're going to flip the palms, and I want you to move your arms slowly back down towards the ground. But you're going to move so slow like you're moving through honey. You'll start to notice that feeling of relief if the arms were getting tired. And you came to your breath to help you through it. Nice job. Inhale the arms up. I'm not making you hold them again. Now on the exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So you're going to bring the left hand to the right knee. Maybe take the right hand to the hip. And push into the right leg so that you can find a nice twist. Keep your spine nice and long. Take your gaze over the right shoulder. And inhale. Inhale, bring the arms back up overhead. Reach as high as you can, and exhale, we'll twist to the other side. So it's really important here to keep a long spine. Reach the crown of the head towards the sky. And inhale as you release. Last time, bring the arms up overhead. This time we're going to exhale and bend forward. So start to hinge from the hips. Reach the fingertips down towards the toes. We're going to release the hands, thumbs next to pinkies. And you're going to lift the hips up off the chair and come into a forward fold. So your forward fold here, you can still have a generous bend in the knee, because likely our hamstrings are not warmed up yet. So there's no need to have straight legs in a perfect forward fold. One big component of yoga is acceptance. So don't think about the way things should be or the way you think they should be. Try to accept where you are. Relax the head. Now on the inhale, we're going to slowly come to rise. So push into the feet, engage the low belly. This will help to protect the low back as you lift yourself up. So we're going to come to stand. The head's going to be the last thing to come up. And we'll find a nice mountain pose. So mountain pose in yoga, simply feet about hip distance apart. palms facing forward. Find a nice long spine. I want you to lift up on all 10 toes, spread them wide, feel them nice and stretched. And then on the exhale, lower them down slowly. Your next inhale, maybe lift the heels and then lower. 3 more times. Inhale, lift and lower. Keep the core engaged. Nice job. So from here, we're going to inhale the arms up. And on the exhale, you're going to twist to the right as you bring the left arm forward and the right arm back. Inhale, bring your arms back up overhead. And exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale. On the exhale, you can take your hands behind the back, place them flat on the back with the fingertips pointing down. Now just squeeze the elbows together. So this will feel really good if you're in the car a lot or if you're at the computer. A lot of times we're on our phones or down into ourselves. So squeeze the elbows together and lift the heart. And exhale, release. So we're going to move on to the mat. I want you to step to the front of your mat. I'm going to leave the chair here for just a minute because our first pose, you can use your chair for balance if you'd like, and then I'll move it out of the way. So coming back to our mountain pose at the top of your mat, we're going to inhale the arms up, and on the exhale, we're just going to fold forward. Hinge from the hips. Release the hands down to the mat. And we're going to come to a halfway lift. You're going to slide the palms up the shins, come to a nice flat back, and then exhale, fold. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, and exhale. Moving with your breath. Inhale, and exhale. Bring the palms to face forward, reach out to the sides, and inhale as you come all the way up. Exhale your hands through heart center, and then we're going to release the hands to the hips, and I want you to step back with the left foot. We're going to come into a crescent lunge. So you also have the option to take little steps as you make your way back. Doesn't have to be smooth and perfect. Now with your chair here, you can still use your chair for balance, and you can keep the left hand on the chair if that's helpful for you. The right hand can be on the hip. So our focus here is through the hip flexor stretching here, keeping that nice long spine. If you don't need the chair, you have the option to bring the arms up overhead. You also have the option here to, on the exhale, lower the hands and inhale them back up. So you have lots of variations that you can take or work your way up to. Make sure your front knee is stacked above the ankle. And if your hands are on the hips, just focus on the opening through the hips here. Come back to your breathing technique, but come back to your intention. On your next exhale, we're going to start to straighten the front leg and step the back leg in just slightly, and we're going to come to pyramid pose. So you want a straight front leg and a straight back leg here. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold forward. You can relax the hands down towards the mat. Keep a micro bend in the knee if that feels good, and then just melt the chest towards the thigh. Coming back to your breath, finding your nice calm center. And inhale, start to bend the front knee, push into both feet, and just lift yourself back up, hands to the hips. From here, we're going to turn the toes towards the long edge of the mat. We're going to take a wide-legged forward fold. So inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Relax the head down towards the mat. And again, here you can still keep a little slight micro bend in the knees. And on your exhale, you can walk your hands over to the right. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, walk your hands over to the left. And inhale, come back through center. Bend in the knees. Take your hands to the hips. Lift yourself back up. Now we're just going to heel toe the feet together. Coming back to our mountain pose. And then step back to the front of the mat. So we'll do the other side. So I will turn this way. Back to the front of the mat. We'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, bring the chest towards the thighs. And inhale to your halfway lift. Nice flat back here. Shoulders are back, chest is forward. And exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Bring your hands to heart center. And then we'll take the hands to the hips. And this time stepping back with the right foot. Find your crescent lunge. Again, use your chair if you need to. You have the option to keep the hands on the hips. Focus here on being strong through the back leg. Push into the front foot. Hands can stay at the hips, or you can inhale the arms up overhead. And you have the option for a little dynamic movement, keeping your focus on your balance, engagement through the core, movement with breath. If your arms are up, bring the hands to heart center. Step the back foot in slightly so you can straighten the front leg. Come to your pyramid pose, folding over the left leg. Relax the head. Coming back to your breath. So in these moments where we're holding the poses, this is when the mind starts to wander. And this is where the practice comes in to focus on the breath. So use your coherent breath. Use your 3-part breath. Or use your mantra here. We'll lift ourselves back up, so push into both feet, engage the low belly. Bring the hands to the hips. Turn towards the long edge of the mat. And this time we'll exhale, coming forward again. This time leave the left hand flat on the mat, right underneath the face. And we're going to inhale the right arm high, gentle twist to the right. Reaching up. And exhale, come back through center. This time release the right hand down to the mat. Inhale the left arm high. Exhale, come back through center. Slight bend in the knees, hands to the hips. Bring yourself up. Now we're just going to work through some warrior poses. So from here, you'll take the right foot towards the front of the mat. Keep the back left foot parallel to the back of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, and on the exhale, bend the right knee, keeping the knee above the ankle. If you need to adjust that back foot to widen your stance, you can do that. Make sure that your knee is tracking over the second and third toe. And then when you're ready, inhaling the arms out to the side, gaze over your right middle finger. Now make sure the head, the chest, and the pelvis are all in a line. Energize out through the fingertips. Feel strong. Feel courageous. Now on your next exhale, we're going to come to a reverse warrior. So you're just going to release the back left hand and then inhale the right arm up. Now take a deep breath in here, and on your exhale, bend a little deeper in the front knee. Notice sensation, come back to your breath. And inhale, bring your hands back through center. Take the hands to the hips, straighten the front right leg, turn the toes towards the long edge of the mat. So we'll move on to the other side. So this time turning the left toes towards the long edge of the mat. Parallel the back foot. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the left knee. Adjust as you need to. Check yourself out. Say, I look good. And then inhale the arms out to the side. Gaze over the left middle finger. Settle into your strong warrior pose. Make your way to reverse warrior. Release the back arm. Inhale the left arm high. Keep the bend in the front knee. One more deep breath. Beautiful. Bring your hands back through center. Take the hands to the hips. Straighten the front leg. Toes towards the long edge of the mat. Heel toe them back together. And then we're going to work on a balancing pose. So from here, we're going to do tree today. You're going to shift your weight into the left foot, and then you're going to find tree with the right leg. So for tree, your toes can stay on the mat, and your heel can just come above the ankle. And you can stay right here if this feels good. If you'd like to go a little bit further, you can bring the foot right below the knee. Keep the right knee tracking back. Or you have the option to bring the foot above the knee, right into the inner thigh. Hands can be at heart center, or you can extend them up overhead. So remembering, if you're at home and you're wobbling and falling out of the pose, this is part of the practice. Your yoga practice and your yoga teacher should never expect perfection. It is a constant practice. If you fall out, you just get right back in. If your arms are extended overhead, bring your hands back through heart center. And then with control and grace, release the right leg. Come back to your mountain pose, reset. Come back to your mantra. My mantra today is I am accepting. And from here, we're going to go to the other side. So shift your weight into the right foot. Find tree on the left side. Do the same thing on this side that you did on the other side, just in keeping with balance. So we practice these breathing techniques, these mantras, and these poses, and we do both on each side to maintain balance. We practice here so that we can take it out of the mat, out of the studio and off the mat into our lives. One more breath. And bring your hands through heart center and release the left leg. Beautiful job. Come back to your mountain pose. We're going to bring the chair back into place. So we'll end the class back in our chair where we started. So coming to the front of the chair, we are going to find your mountain pose. Inhale the arms up. Feet are about hip distance. On the exhale, we're going to sit back into chair pose. So your weight is in the heels here. Sit as deep as you can without actually touching the seat. So we're coming back to a pose. This is a foundational yoga pose, but it might be something that is a little challenging. So I want you to face this challenge today just for a few breaths. Believe in yourself. Come back to your breath. Make sure the voice inside your head is being very kind. You can do hard things. Breathe. Now on your next exhale, just slowly, slowly, as slow as you can, lower back down into the chair. And then exhale your hands to heart center. Release the hands down to the knees. Go ahead and close the eyes. Notice the beating of your heart. Take 3 deep breaths here. Bring your hands to heart center. Relax your shoulders. And drop your chin towards your chest. My hope is that you found moments of peace, strength, and acceptance today that keep you coming back to your practice. Thank you for letting me guide you. Namaste.